Hey everybody, this is Elisa with Cruising Tennessee. I am out in Fall Creek Falls. I'm just leaving. I took a bunch of videos and I'm leaving Fall Creek Falls and I'm headed back home in just a little while. But I wanted to take you down a road that I used to go on. Is now leaving Fall Creek. There's some little souvenir shops up here, trading post, where you can get things. But on up here just a little ways is the road that I used to take from my grandma's house. And I thought I would just share it with you. I remember when I was much younger, it used to be kind of a gravel road. So, yes, I guess I'm telling my age. But this is just a beautiful area. I love the mountain. That's what we call it. I lived in Sparta. Grew up in Sparta, but my grandparents lived here. Both sets of grandparents lived here. My parents were from here, so we were up here all the time. So I love the area very much. I've always wanted to be up here all the time, and right now at the moment I am. I live down the road just a little piece, and I like it. This is where I've always wanted to be. All my family is either in Sparta, up here, or in Pikeville. So that's where all my family is from. So right down here from this little Fall Creek Falls Market, you turn right, go down this little back road. Take you to my grandma's house, and I can't really drive to where my grandma's house is anymore. It's grown up. The house is falling down, so it makes me sad. I loved being there. I loved staying there with my grandma. It was kind of my peace, my place that I could run to and get away from everybody, for the most part. Tried to. And my grandma was always very good to me. And I like to read a lot, so I would always take my books with me and I would read there. And as I got older, me and my cousin would, like I said, we'd ride out here a lot. Listen to the radio, listen to cassette tapes, whatever happened to be popular at the time, and ride out here. It's just peaceful out here. It's anybody. no RV access, so I'm assuming that trucks and cars can go up through there. I don't know that I've ever been up through there. May have to take a trip up through there. But she told me one time when we were out riding around, as she got to where that she couldn't get around a whole lot anymore, she moved in with me, and I would get her out some days and we would ride around out here on the mountain. She really enjoyed riding around on the mountain and reminiscing. She'd tell me stories, and that was one of the stories that she told me, that they would go out there and ride up to the top. This little farm here, I've always thought it was so pretty. It's a big farm, but I've always thought it was a beautiful, beautiful house. And area. Fixing to get to. My mom and dad had a little house down here. I was born in Pikeville, me and my brother both, and they were living up here. The house is no longer there, but we lived up here when I was born, and it was right in this area right here. And then you turned at the stop sign and you turned left and went up the hill, and my grandmother lived up there. We only lived here till I was 9 months old, and then we moved to Sparta, and that's where I grew up. But I always loved it here. I remember coming at Thanksgiving and Christmas. This was where all my stuff was at. Grandparents had everything. Nobody does it like they used to. We would come for lunch at my grandma's and then go for supper at my other grandma's. she actually lived just down the road from where I'm living now. And I always enjoyed those times around the holidays. There was all the family got together, all the brothers and sisters and all their kids at both places, and it was just an enjoyable time. We always drew names at my dad's mom and dad's house, and we didn't do that at my mom's mom, but it didn't matter. It was fun either way. But we always had such a good time. I know I remember my grandma used to have a